Question. What's it like to lose $100 million?
What?
What's it like to lose a six-figure deal?
What?
I wouldn't know, but you know who would? Shannon Sharp.
Who?
ESPN, they fired his ass.
Why?
Because he played the rapey game
What the fuck?
and getting accusations from multiple women
Hold up.
for sexual shenanigans.
Ooh.
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this, like the old saying, play with fire, you get burned.
That is true.
In Shannon Sharp's case, he's getting roasted big time.
You're fired. You're gone. He gone.
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Friday, and of course, the end of the week. A long week. You know, all we heard all week was Sydney Sweeney, American Eagle Outfitters, their jeans, and of course, why do we hate white people? Well, I'm going to get away from that for a little bit because that's just like an ongoing story here. But anyway, I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to go to sports. Shannon Sharp. Now, for those of you who don't know Shannon Sharp or know him one of two ways, you got two generations who know him. Shannon Sharp, the football player, played with the Broncos, played with the Broncos, played with the Ravens, Super Bowl champion, is in the Hall of Fame. Then you have the podcaster Shannon Sharp, Unk, aka Club Shay. Speaks to, multiple people, jokes around, bullshits around, and gets paid very handsomely to do so. Well, that payday is pretty much dried up. This is a man who lost a $100 million contract and a six-figure deal from his podcast company, and ESPN. Why? Well, a little thing called rapey and accusations from multiple women for sexual shenanigans. Yeah, his ass got fired. And here we go. This comes out of Outkick. Shannon Sharp's lack of impulse control have cost him $100 million. The allegations against Sharp will cost him at least 8 figures annually over the next few years and potentially 9 figures over the next 5. Ouch. But this is Dan Dietrich from Outkick and his thoughts.
And he gone. Shannon Sharp, a.k.a. Unk. Okay, Unk, is officially out at ESPN. It had to come. ESPN has cut ties with commentator/clown, my words, not anybody else's, Shannon Sharp, who recently settled the lawsuit with an ex-girlfriend who accused the former NFL star of rape, according to The Athletic. Sharp hadn't appeared on ESPN programming since April, when allegations of sexual assault first came to light. With the football season quickly approaching, that's true, it appears the company has decided that Sharp's legal issues aren't worth having him on First Take.
Interesting. As the saying goes, Shannon Sharp fumbled the bag. Just 3 months ago, Sharp was reporting nearing a $100 million licensing deal for his podcast Club Shay and Nightcap. He also had a $6 million a year contract with ESPN to co-host First Take, along with Stephen A. Smith twice a week. Smith had even named Sharp his preferred successor if he would ever step down from the sports talk show. By the end of April, Sharp's ex-girlfriend filed a $50 million lawsuit against him, which she accused him of rabies and sexual assaulties. Although the case was settled last week for an undisclosed amount, I'm sure it was a pretty penny. ESPN informed Sharp on Monday that he would not be returning to the network. He's also without a long-term podcast deal, as his current agreement with the Volume, I guess that's the company who, publishes his podcast, expires at the end of August. We don't support unproven allegations destroying someone's career, reputation, or future. Since the start of the, quote, Me Too movement, too many men have been brought down by unsubstantiated claims. That said, there's a pattern with Sharp. Regardless of whether he's guilty of criminal behavior, his character and judgment have made him, frankly, unemployable. According to the Times, Sharp has faced a separate lawsuit in New York and filed in 23, in which another girlfriend accused him of sexually assaulting her during an argument in 2010. The front office of sports also reported that Sharp settled a different lawsuit with another female production assistant at Fox Sports 1 who accused him of choking her. Then there's a questionable the way he responded to the lawsuit in April. He first tried to dismiss the allegations as a product of racism. He accused Jane Doe's lawyer, Tony Busby, of disproportionately targeting and shaking down black men. Next, Sharp leaked a graphic text message between him and the accuser, revealing her identity, belittled her as an OnlyFans model, and challenged her to release a sexy tape in which he claims that their proven encounters were consensual, not ideal for a Disney employee. But then again, this is the same company, Disney, who basically shoves down the LGBTQ down your kids' throats and poses it as Saturday morning cartoons. Moreover, TMZ obtained an audio recording in which Sharp allegedly threatened to choke the shit out of the accuser during the argument. And, yeah, good times.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Keep in mind, Sharp is 57 and the woman he's heard threatening is 21. If he would have settled, it would have just been money that he would have lost, former ESPN host Marcellus Wiley said about Sharp's handling the lawsuit. Now it costs him money, reputation, and opportunity, which turns into more money. But then again, for Sharp, it's going to be less money or no money at all. This dude draws ratings. This dude is box office, Wiley added. Well, not really, but to a certain segment he does. But not only did he get accused, everything is out there. This is messy, dirty, nasty. The old stuff starts popping up and it just starts snowballing. Pfft, facts. Shannon Sharp's downfall isn't the result of profoundly flawed and oversimplistic believe all women mentality, but rather the consequence of his own decisions. At the very least, he has shown signs of emotional instability and poor impulse control. Even before the lawsuit, Sharp made headlines for threatening to fight an NBA player while sitting at courtside for live streaming a woman moaning and calling him Papa on Instagram, an incident he later claimed was uploaded by accident. You sure about that? Well, ESPN had no choice but to fire his ass. The network couldn't keep him on air after he published text messages revealing his erratic behavior and sexual preferences. Unsurprisingly, interest from gambling companies looking to invest in his podcast has waned. He has become a liability. This isn't cancel culture. Shannon Sharp canceled his own ass, likely costing him over $100 million in the process. But then again, if this were an isolated incident, you may say, well, you know what? $50 million rape accusations, you settle for an undisclosed amount. If you were truly not guilty, you don't settle. You fight it with everything you got. But in Shannon Sharp's case, he couldn't do it. Why? Because he has a history. How many did I just read off that article? 1, 2, 3, 4. And who knows how many more. Not intentionally rhyming anyway. But this is all Shannon Sharp's doing. Like you said, he played himself. And it's going to cost him big time. Now, is he going to show up somewhere? I'm sure, he's still doing his podcast, but gotta remember his contract runs out this coming month. No, today's the 1st. My bad. This month. So at the end of the day, he's a buffoon. He's a clown. He's a moron. He thinks he knows more than what he truly does. This guy thinks LeBron James is the GOAT, knowing that everyone knows that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. So there you go. That's a fault on its own. But when you do stupid shit like this, it's all on you, son. It's all on you. How's that, Unk? And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.